It's the second episode of Weight Loss Wednesday, and you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna move. Fit to Love. If y'all don't know who she is, that's Miss Live Full Love Fuller, I believe. I'm gonna put her information right over here. But she's doing a challenge where you do 100 days of moving at least 25 minutes a day. 25 minutes a day? You could do that. It has to be continuous moving. So for the next, I'm gonna at least try to do that for the end of this month because they started on January 1st. And I'm halfway through the month. I'm a little late, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump on this bandwagon and make sure that I'm moving 25 minutes a day. So you know how I'm gonna do that? You can do anything that's continuously 25 minutes. So that includes jumping on your trampoline, lifting weights. Feel that burn. You can even do housework. You can even jump rope. See, y'all, there are tons of ways you can get your 25 minutes in. Just make it work for you. March in place. Walk outside. Do it, y'all. Let's move it, y'all. So who's with me? Are y'all with your girl? Are you with your girl? Don't mind my Miss Silly braids. I haven't untwisted my hair yet because I'm about to work out. But when it's done, my face is gonna be slim. My hips is gonna be just right. My body's gonna be all curved and right. You know what I'm talking about? Who's with your girl? Come on, let's do it. Happy Weight Loss Wednesday, beautiful people. How are y'all this week? I think y'all seen that I have become committed to doing 25 minutes of movement a day. I hope y'all have too. It's not that hard. Y'all can incorporate it into anything you're doing. You just have to move steadily for 25 minutes. So if you're with me, let me know what your 25 minutes is going to be and how it's going, okay? Because we'll touch base on it every week. But I wanted to continue on with some of the questions that I've had about my weight loss surgery, how weight loss is going for me. And actually, I wanted to also give a shout out to my girl, Munira Al-Kassan. She had some great questions, and I'm going to go through a list and answer her questions. So let's get into it. First question, what made you finally make the decision to get it done? So I think I talked about that the last video, but some of the other things that really just kind of like solidified my decision is regular everyday activities were becoming very difficult for me. Tying my shoes, crossing my legs, going upstairs. I mean, I was always out of breath. I was always sweating. Nothing in my closet fit. I kind of had just got up to my wits' end because even when I was trying to do right by eating healthy and exercising, nothing was working. So that was kind of where I was like, you know what, I need help. And I went and got me some. What did your spouse think about you having the surgery, being that you were plus size when you were married? So that's actually a good question because he's always known me to be a thick girl. He's seen me at every stage because I've known him since I was 11. So he's seen me literally grow, literally grow up. When we first got together, I think I was like a size 14, 16, and I thought I was obese then, but Lord, my body was hitting, okay? That's why I caught his attention. But, he does not see weight on me. Like he sees the weight, but he doesn't see like, ooh, you're big or, I mean, even now that I've been losing the weight, like he loves the way my body's changing. But before, I don't feel like he loves on me any less than he did before. Does that make sense? Like, I just think he wants me happy and confident and feel good. And that's what he loves about it. The only thing he said was like, don't lose that butt. And honey, this butt, it will never go anywhere. I've had it all my life. And that is one place that I stay thickums in, okay? How was the recovery after surgery? Any pain, gas, or both? So after surgery, I had a little soreness in my stomach area. And I think I explained it like I was sore where the rest of my stomach was. Just that area that they took the stomach out was sore. And I think because, you know, they're moving organs around and stuff like that. Oops. So I think that played a part in it, but I didn't have any like, oh, I'm in so much pain. I didn't have that kind of pain. It just kind of was like an achiness. Different from having done abs workout. It wasn't that kind of sore, but it was like just the side of my stomach that was cut was just kind of sore, like you'd expect it to be, but it wasn't painful. As far as gas goes, I walked so much that I don't think I really had a big issue with gas. Some people complain that their shoulders and back hurt or that their tummy hurts. I didn't really deal with that. And I mean, I don't know if that's normal to not have that, but I had a heating pad and I always would put that on my heating pad. And the day I came home, I'm a stomach sleeper. And I was like, I can't sleep on my back. So I put my heating pad on my stomach and I slept on my stomach just fine. So I didn't have that issue. I also think too, it has to do with the doctor's technique that he uses, because it was such a quick recovery for me. Like I said, I went down there on a Thursday. I had surgery on the Friday. I flew back home on Monday and I was back at work on Wednesday. So it was a quick turnaround. Right. How long did you take off of work? So I took off Thursday through Tuesday. So not even a whole week. And so I did have restrictions though. I couldn't lift over 15 pounds. He wanted me to wait a week till I started driving, but I went ahead and drove to work that Tuesday. And then, I'm sorry, was it Wednesday? Yeah, I stayed home Tuesday and I went to work Wednesday. Sorry. So it was almost just a week. Like I said, couldn't walk upstairs, couldn't pick anything up over 15 pounds. Sitting wasn't uncomfortable for me, but my energy was kind of low. Like I was tired. And I would be kind of doing fine, feeling great. And then all of a sudden it would just hit me. And I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was just exhausted. So I probably should have taken the rest of that week off just to kind of make sure I was, kind of work my way up to getting back to a full day. Maybe have done a half days instead. But fortunately, my job's pretty flexible. And I do a lot of work from home and like in cafes and stuff. So it wasn't like I had anything like pressing or strenuous that I had to pay attention to. So that was good. How did you make it through 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after just on liquids? Girl, I ain't gonna lie to you. It was not easy, especially in the summertime when I did it. So, and I can't even lie. I did not do it to the level that I was supposed to do it. I was doing like liquids all day and then I'd have a big salad at nighttime. Because I could not chew. Like I needed to chew. And I think even 2 days before I went up there, I ended up having some crab legs. It was like my food funeral. And I just had some crab legs. And then the next 2 days, those last 2 days though, I completely stuck to it. Only did liquids. Just because I wanted my liver to be cleared out or to be as clear as possible. But it's not easy. I can't even front. So what I would do, the fortunate thing is I live alone, so what I bring in the house is what I consume. So I stopped bringing stuff in, and I had to cut out all my friends those 2 weeks. Like no going out, no social, because I couldn't even smell food. Like I couldn't drive down the street and smell anything, or else my head trips would just take me over. But I would just do the best I could, and then if I couldn't do it, I would eat the vegetables or a piece of fruit. So I did have some food. I just couldn't not. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I couldn't not have it. The 2 weeks after though were pretty easy because you're not hungry. I'm talking about the 2 weeks after surgery. You're just not hungry. Like your body is still healing. I think probably after that week and a half, I started to kind of want like a little something. But then we moved into soft foods pretty quick. So like applesauce and stuff like that. And even if you did take a bite, you're taking one bite and then you're full. So I think the 2 weeks after is going to be way easier than the 2 weeks before, honestly, because the 2 weeks before you got that full grown stomach and it's like, give me some food. So it is hard. You got to really, I think what I should have done is prepared myself better that month because I had some outings that I went to. Like we went to a Mariners game. How do you go to a Mariners game and not have a hot dog? I don't understand. I had a hot dog. I shouldn't have planned that. I had what else was it? There was something else. Oh, there was a friend's birthday party. It was her 40th birthday party. And I could not go. And they had like a little buffet. Like, come on. Let me not relive that because I did. I indulged and I shouldn't have, but I'm human and I'm not going to tell you it was easy because it It was not easy. That was the hardest part, was that 2 weeks of all liquid. How many vitamins do you have to take and for how long? So I never took vitamins before surgery, but I noticed that I needed them after. So I take a B12 drops. I take B12 drops. I take D3, I believe, a women's one a day, a prenatal, and biotin. Those are what I take. So I don't know if I should be taking more. I haven't done any blood work yet, which I'm going to do my physical here in the next month or so. So I'll know if I'm deficient, but I feel fine. The only thing is that I've been losing hair, which now that I've started eating better and really tracking my food, I have not been eating nearly enough protein. So I'm sure that's why my hair is falling out, because I thought I was at the point where I could just eat and live off of just that. I still need to drink my protein shake at least one a day to make sure that I'm getting sufficient protein. And I really believe that's why my hair is falling out. I didn't even think about that. Like, duh, dummy. So I plan on taking those for as long as I need them. Mine are gummies. Before surgery, I couldn't swallow a pill. So I knew I couldn't after. So I take the gummies and I use them like as my dessert at the end of the day, or whenever I need something sweet. That's when I take my vitamins. How long was it before you were cleared to work out? So we could do walking. They wanted us to do walking right away. So I was walking like 30 minutes a day right after surgery. Like once I was that first week, they wanted you to walk, at least for us. And then I think it was 90 days or 45 days, we could start lifting a little bit of weight. And I think 90 days was when we were fully cleared. So I started doing weightlifting workouts in October. August, September. Yeah, so that was my 90 days. I started to really start to lift some weights. I wasn't lifting heavy weights. I was just doing more toning exercises, but it was about 90 days for that. But you can walk as soon as you can, you know. That's what I was doing. What is your goal, pant size and or weight, being that those can be two different things? You're absolutely right. So I only weigh myself every Wednesday because you get obsessed with that scale. Because when you first get out of surgery, you're still full of gases. Your body's trying to like figure out what just happened to it. So I think that first week out of surgery, I lost like 12 pounds. And then the next week, I think I lost 2 or 3 more. And it was kind of consistently, you kept losing. Well, then 3 weeks, I think into it, 3 or 4 weeks into it, I had gained like 3 pounds. But I wasn't eating anything. So I'm like, how am I gaining? But your body's just kind of going through, like, it's adjusting to what's happening to it. So you're healing. In the first 6 months, you are still healing a lot. So your fluctuations are going to kind of go up and down. But my ideal weight is I want to be 175. And that's nowhere near what they say I should weigh. But I have hips and tips and everything. And I don't want to lose that. I want to be curvaceous. I like being thick. I don't want to be skinny. I just want to be less. You know what I mean? So I'd like to weigh 175, but if I can wear a size 12 and I'm bigger than 175, I'm fine with that. I just want to be a size 12. That's all. I don't want to be small. I think a 10 would be the smallest I'd want to go, but 12 would be ideal for me. I think I've been there before, and with my body type, my breasts and my hips and my booty, like I was looking good. You hear what I'm saying? So a size 12 would be ideal for me. Let's see. Were you scared of having the surgery and it being in Mexico? I wouldn't say I was ever scared. I did have concerns because at first I wasn't sure, like, are they going to speak English? Are they going to be able to understand me? Because I don't speak enough Spanish to make them understand me. Those kind of things, I was kind of concerned about, like, what kind of hotel is this? Is it going to be a slum hotel? Like, it looks pretty online and then you go and it not. But what was cool was because we had the Facebook group, people that went before me, they would post their videos of them entering the hotel and what their room looked like and what the facility looked like at the clinic and all that kind of stuff. So I could actually see it. And so it really just reassured me. Was I scared of surgery? I think that I was really concerned because anytime you have a surgery, there's a risk for something to go wrong. And like I shared kind of a little bit about my mom passing because of something that happened after she had a surgery. I did have those thoughts, like, what if this is it? But I had just prayed so hard and prayed and prayed and prayed. And I just felt so right about my decision. And I felt like God was really like co-signing this for me. There weren't any signs for me to feel like, oh God, I shouldn't do this. You know what I mean? So I in my spirit, I was so settled that I wasn't scared. And I feel like that's how you should go into it. If you do have like second guesses or second thoughts, really kind of look at where they're coming from and see if you can get to the root of them. And if that doesn't help you feel better about your choice, I mean, you know, you got to take that in consideration. But I did. I felt so sure and so confident and so at peace. And I just knew God had his covering over me, that I wasn't afraid. I wasn't scared at all. Like I said, I was going by myself. The only reason I didn't want to go is because just in case, I wanted to have someone that could communicate with him. Because I know that man loves me so much that he was being cool because he knew how important it was for me. But I know he was scared because I'm going out of the country. He doesn't know what's going on. He can't see it. I can't like show him videos of it. You know what I mean? So, but besides him, I was completely 100% sure that this was the right thing for me. And the last question, are you glad you did it? Any regrets? I am so glad I did it, y'all. I am so glad. Like, this has completely changed my life. It's so much fun going through your closet and trying on things that you have not worn in like 3 or 4 years, and they're almost too big. I found some stuff in my closet that like I'm trying to wear it every week until I can't wear it anymore because it's almost too big for me. I just like how I feel. I like how my body's changing. I have so much more energy and my confidence is like through the roof. I just love it. I love it. I will say it probably took me a good at the 90-day mark is when it all clicked. Like, I felt really good. I felt like I understood my new body. It just like I wasn't nauseous. I wasn't kind of like sometimes tired and not like, because you have those days where you get nauseous or you're really tired for a little bit and you can't figure out why, but it's just because you're healing. And a lot of things I read, it said like that 90 days is a game changer. Like, it changes everything. And all of my sleep sisters, we all on that 90 day, we were all like, do y'all feel good? Like, I feel good. It was so weird how that just changed. But it takes a few months to really get to feeling like yourself. But I will say I didn't feel horrible during before that, those 3 months before I got to that 90 days. You know what I mean? I don't have any regrets. I will say that there are some things that I miss because I still am very much an emotional person, and I'm learning how to kind of steer my emotions in other directions besides food. So YouTube has really been great for me because I'll get on here and make a video. I'll talk about whatever I'm going through. It's kind of like y'all in my therapy session. Because I do miss a good binge. I do. I can't even front. Like, I would have routines where on Friday, I would go get my pizza with my donut and my drink. And like, I knew what I was doing Friday night through Saturday afternoon because that food was going to last me through that. You know what I mean? Like, I would just stock up and then bunker in for a couple days and just veg, be lazy, watch TV with food. So now watching TV, like not eating is, it's different. It's really different. And not, finishing a plate when you go to a restaurant, you never finish your serving. Even when you order an appetizer or a small plate, how that some of the restaurants have, you don't finish that. But you just kind of get used to it because everybody else is still eating. And in some cases, they're not. Because you will see how fast people wolf down their food. And you're like, how are they eating that so fast? Because you're just taking your little bites. Trying to be all like, you know what I mean? And everybody done finished their appetizer and main meal. And you still got like a full small plate of food left. People ask questions. So sometimes the questions can be, I wouldn't say annoying because people are just asking, but sometimes you're surprised at the stuff people say. Like, why did that make sense to you for you to say that? You know? But you do save a lot of money on groceries. I will say I've noticed a big difference. Like, I can buy one meal and it literally lasts me for 3 different meals or a whole entire day. When I could go out before and go to 3 different places that day to eat. You know what I mean? So you do save money there. So there's some food funerals, like I love crab legs, and while I can still have them, you can't eat them like you used to, and you can't consume them in the same amounts. And I don't know that that's a bad thing. It's just one of those things you kind of miss. Sometimes I think to myself, if I didn't have my surgery and I had my whole stomach, what would I eat? You know what I miss is this is so crazy, but Red Lobster has this shrimp Alfredo pasta. Girl, that was my thing. I would go get that on a Friday or a Saturday with the bread and a salad and get the full size of the portion and just go in. And I can't do pasta because 2 noodles and my stomach be full and you ain't get no nutrients from that. So I'm just retraining my brain to remember that protein first, to eat food that is really good. And this is what I do. Babe gets mad at me sometimes because if I am gonna have like a little cheat, there's this muffin that we can buy when I go up there to see him. It's like a cream cheese muffin, and right in the top is like where the cream cheese swirl is, which is the best part. And back in the day, we used to eat around that and then save that for the end. I go for that first. I take the best bites first because I'm not gonna get those in the end. You know what I mean? So I always am like, listen, I got a limited tummy I'm working with, so I take the best bite first and then I just go from there. But yeah, no, I don't have any regrets. The one regret is that I didn't do this 5 years ago when I started thinking about it. But at the same time, maybe it wouldn't have ended the same way. Maybe I wouldn't have had such a great experience. You know what I mean? Everything works out in its time, and you have a plan and God laughs at it. So I just kind of let him lead me on this, and that's where I came to. So that's all of the questions, you guys. I think those are some good questions, and I'm sorry if I left out holes, but that's why I appreciate if y'all do leave me questions so I can fill in the gaps for you. But this was the second episode of the Wednesday, or the Weight Loss Wednesday, and I'm really enjoying it, especially coming up with ideas to talk to you guys about stuff. So just keep up the questions or topics, whatever you have, let me know, and we'll continue to talk about them and break it down. So I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. I appreciate you spending your time here with me and just subscribing to my channel and coming back. It means so much to your girl. And I hope you continue to do so. I love you and have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.